Hey, movie lovers! Dream Recaps here. Today I'm going to illustrate an action drama film called Bullies. Spoiler alert. Get your popcorn ready, relax, and enjoy. Park Yong-ho is a boy who lives with his mother and sister, Chanmi. They had just moved to the city from a small village. Yong-ho and Chanmi had to begin the first day of school in another college. Yong-ho goes to a school for boys only, and Chanmi goes to a school for girls only. A geeky student named Jin-soo was being picked on by some bullies at school, who were led by a student named Ki-tae. They asked Jin-soo for his pocket money, but he wouldn't give it to them. As you might expect, they then beat Jin-soo and took his money by force. When Yong-ho happened to walk by the alley, he saw what was going on, but he did only witness and then left. Then class began, and it turned out that Yong-ho was sitting next to Jin-soo, the student who had been picked on earlier by Ki-tae and his friends. During the break, Ki-tae came back and told Jin-soo that he would punish her for telling the school counselor about him. Ki-tae's threat didn't bother him because he wasn't the one who reported on him. Next to Jin-soo, Yong-ho gave Ki-tae a sharp look. It looked like Ki-tae didn't like how Yong-ho seemed to be challenging him. Yong-ho was then told by Ki-tae not to hurt him if he wanted to stay alive. Ki-tae's threat didn't scare Yong-ho, he just smiled at him. Jin-soo told Yong-ho to be more careful with Ki-tae after he and his friends left. The name Ki-tae surprised Yong-ho. He recalled his elementary school friend when he heard Ki-tae's name, and it turned out that Yong-ho and Ki-tae had gone to the same elementary school together. Yong-ho found a boxing gym by accident after school, and he was interested in learning how to box. Since there was no one else in the gym when he got there, he used the time to try out some boxing gear. After a while, the boxing gym owner came over and told him off for using his gear without permission. Afterward, Yong-ho said he was anxious to join the training center. He was then given a form to fill out and told that he could begin training tomorrow. However, Yong-ho demanded that he begin training right away. Yong-ho began to train boxing with passion and seriousness from that day on. Yong-ho was worried because his sister hadn't come home yet that night. Then he called her and told her to hurry home. But Chanmi didn't want to, because she still wanted to spend time with her boyfriend at the karaoke club. Because Yong-ho was mad, he chose to go find her. Yong-ho met Ki-tae and his friends in the middle of the path. He was called by a friend of Ki-tae and asked to come. Then Ki-tae asked what his name was. When Yong-ho replied, Park Yong-ho, Ki-tae finally realized that Yong-ho was his childhood friend. Then Ki-tae asked him to join him for a drink and talk about their childhood. When Yong-ho asked about his parents, Ki-tae told him that his father had died. After they talked about their childhood and told stories, Yong-ho said he had to leave. Yong-ho finally found Chanmi a short time later. She was having fun with her boyfriend. Then Yong-ho called her and took her home right away. She lost it, though, and was very mad at how her brother was acting. She said Yong-ho was being too strict with her. The next day, Yong-ho asked Jin-soo to help him study math by coming over to his house. It was hard for Yong-ho to understand Jin-soo's explanation during study time, and it made him hungry. Yong-ho then asked Jin-soo to join him for noodles. As Jin-soo ate his noodles, he asked Yong-ho why he really wanted to study math so much. Yong-ho then said it was because his father wanted it. His dad told him to work hard in school. After that, Yong-ho and Jin-soo became good friends. At a karaoke bar, Ki-tae and his friends were having fun and hanging out. Out of the blue, a group of third-year students led by the bald guy, Chun-gil, showed up and caused trouble. When Chun-gil and his friends showed up, Ki-tae and his friends had no choice but to give up, because he didn't have the courage to fight back against the older guys. Yong-ho saw one of the students being trained by the coach at the boxing gym. He seemed envious of the student because the coach let him train on his own, but that didn't stop him. He practiced by himself by copying the moves the coach was showing the other boy. Ki-tae gang picked on Jin-soo again the next day, and when Yong-ho saw it, he tried to protect Jin-soo. There was finally a fight in the class. That was easy for Yong-ho to do because he beat up the bullies one by one. Ki-tae was shocked to see Yong-ho, who was good at fighting. He told him not to get in the way of his work, or Yong-ho would never feel safe and at ease at school. Someone named Sang-hoon told Yong-ho how brave he was to go against Ki-tae's group. At the same time, Ki-tae scolded his friends because he was ashamed of what Yong-ho did to his gang members. Then, one of Ki-tae's friends told him that they should go back to Yong-ho to protect his group's honor. After hearing his friend's idea, Ki-tae didn't say anything. It looked like he didn't want to do something risky. Then, on the way home from school, Sang-hoon met Yong-ho and introduced him to his friend, Hak-soo. It seems that Hak-soo was amazed at how well Yong-ho had used his martial arts skills to protect Jin-soo and stop Ki-tae's group. After that, Yong-ho, Sang-hoon, and Hak-soo ate lunch together at a food stand. It turns out that Sang-hoon and Hak-soo hate Ki-tae a lot because he picks on weak students at school. After having lunch together, Yong-ho took Hak-soo and Sang-hoon to the gym. While they were there, Yong-ho told them that he was scared of Ki-tae because he had always been mean. After that, they tell him that he is strong and that he can handle Ki-tae. Chungil beat up Ki-tae's gang members the other day because Ki-tae didn't give him enough money. Then Ki-tae told them to be careful because someone told the school board about what they were doing, but Chungil didn't care about any of that. On his way home from school, Young-ho stopped by his mother's shop. When he got there, he saw his mother being charmed by customers. Those men made Young-ho want to beat them up, but he decided not to because he promised his mother he would not fight. Young-ho finally chose to go to a boxing center and work out to get rid of his anger. Young-ho saw Ki-tae's girlfriend, Hye-jin, by accident in front of a motel after the training. At that moment, Hye-jin turned down her senior's offer to hang out with him, but he kept pushing her. When Young-ho saw what was going on, he decided not to get involved and just walked away. After some time, Hye-jin asked Young-ho why he didn't help her when she was able to get away from her elder. Young-ho didn't answer and kept walking home. Before Young-ho went home, he saw a boy yelling at his sister. He punched the boy right away, but Chan-mi told him off because he had hurt her boyfriend. Ki-tae and his friends are bullying again. This time, they told the victim to steal his mom's money and then gave them all of it. At the same time, Sang-hoon and Hak-soo asked Young-ho to skip class and smoke some cigarettes in their school's backyard. While smoking, Young-ho asked Sang-hoon about a student at Yongjin High School named Jung-il. Sang-hoon replied that Jung-il was known for being a mean bully. Young-ho then said that Jung-il was dating his sister and that they had a fight last night because he harmed his sister. Hak-soo and Sang-hoon were shocked by how brave Young-ho was. Hye-jin asked Young-ho to go home with her right after school. She also offered to meet her friend, but Young-ho wasn't interested at all. A short time later, they ran into Ki-tae and his group out of the blue. Ki-tae called out to Hye-jin when he saw his girlfriend with Young-ho. He then leaned in to kiss her in front of Young-ho and his friends. It looks like Ki-tae did this on purpose to let Young-ho know that she was dating him, but Young-ho didn't seem to be bothered and left. The next day at school, Ki-tae gave Chungil the money that he had stolen. After getting the money from Ki-tae, Chungil warned Ki-tae to watch out for a senior named Sang-ki. Someone from Yongjin High School suddenly stopped Young-ho on his way to his house. They were angry that Young-ho hit Jung-il a few days before. Then a fight between one person and 3 people started. Young-ho looked helpless against his opponents, who were outnumbered. He was lucky that Sang-hoon and Hak-soo got there in time to help. The 3 finally beat the kids from Yongjin High School. Because of the bullying at Yongjin High School, Young-ho has been practicing boxing more and more. He doesn't miss a single day of practice. All of that he did to get stronger and be able to stand up to those mean kids. One day, Young-ho and 3 of his friends went to a convenience store right after school to buy drinks and snacks. Ki-tae and his friends came up to them while they were eating the snacks they had bought in front of the convenience store. Ki-tae told Young-ho how angry he was. Young-ho had recently become famous for standing up to bullies. Ki-tae threw a drink can at Sang-hoon's face when he tried to fight him. Sang-hoon said that Young-ho's move was fine. Then Young-ho told his friends to leave so they wouldn't get into a fight. Then, Young-ho and his friends talked about what they could do to stop Ki-tae and his gang from being violent. When Hak-soo told Young-ho to attack Ki-tae, Young-ho didn't say anything. Instead, he kept quiet and said goodbye to his friends. Young-ho met Hye-jin again by accident on the way home. Then Hye-jin asked Young-ho to join her for dinner. Young-ho drove Hye-jin home after dinner, but Hye-jin kissed him on the way. Hye-jin told him that she liked him more and more. Young-ho was shocked when Hye-jin told him she liked him. Next, Young-ho went to his mom's store, where he saw the same desperate man bothering his mom as before, but this time, he had enough and couldn't hold back his anger any longer. That jerk left his mother's shop, and Young-ho grabbed him and beat him badly. The next day, Sang-hoon and Hak-soo go over without thinking and challenge Ki-tae and his group to a fight. Hye-jin calls Ki-tae and asks him to break up with her before the fight starts. Ki-tae, who was angry that he broke up with his girlfriend, then told Sang-hoon and Hak-soo how he felt. Then Ki-tae and his friends attacked Sang-hoon and Hak-soo, hurting them badly. Young-ho asked Hak-soo what happened to the 2 of them. Hak-soo told Young-ho that he should already know what happened. He then asked Young-ho why he didn't fight Ki-tae and just kept quiet. Was Young-ho scared of Ki-tae? In another place, Ki-tae and his group are bothering Jin-soo again. He had to go to the hospital because they beat him up so badly. After that, Young-ho, Sang-hoon, and Hak-soo went to see Jin-soo in the hospital. They were shocked to see how badly Jin-soo was hurt, but he was able to smile and say he was fine even though his hand was broken and his face was badly hurt. The level of anger in Young-ho has been reached. Ki-tae's crazy behavior is intolerable to him. Then, Sang-hoon asked Young-ho to get back at Ki-tae and his gang as well as Hak-soo, who was also planning to hurt Ki-tae. Young-ho and his friends start getting back at Ki-tae and his group. Young-ho and his friends went to the spot where Ki-tae and his friends used to hang out. They asked Ki-tae and his group to fight as soon as they got there. They got into a fierce fight, and both of them were trying to win. With all their might, Young-ho and his friends finally beat Ki-tae and his group. Sang-ki's gang has been after Young-ho and his friends since they beat Kitai and his gang. But Yongho and his friends are no longer scared. They are ready to face the bullies who are making their peaceful lives hard. After Yongho beat Kitai and his group, Chun-gil got very angry and told his men to look for Yongho in his class. However, none of Yongho's classmates could tell them where Yongho was at the time. It looked like Yongho was smoking a cigarette with Sang-hoon and Hak-soo. After beating Kitai and his friends, Yongho is now a student who is admired by his friends, but feared by bullies. Jin-soo came up to him out of the blue and told him that Chun-gil's boys had been searching for him. Without being afraid, Yongho and his friends run to find Chun-gil to make things right between them. Yongho and his friends were told by their homeroom teacher to take responsibility for what they did after the fight. Then, their teacher told them that if they did the same things again, the school would kick them out. Even though Kitai and his gang were caught, bullying still happened at their school. There were rumors that Chun-gil had been arrested for making a scene in public, so he gave his friend Seong-tae control of the group. Because Kitai's boys lost the fight with Yongho and his friends that afternoon, Seong-tae made them all pay for it. According to Seong-tae, their loss made their gang look bad. When Seong-tae learned that Kitai hadn't come to school when he should have, he became even more angry. Kitai should have been punished even more severely than his gangmates. Soon after, Seong-tae and his friends went to Yongho's classroom and asked him to meet them on the roof during break. He wouldn't think twice about beating him up if Yongho didn't show up. Then Yongho and his friends went to the roof to meet Seong-tae. Seong-tae told Yongho that his goal wasn't to fight, but to get Yongho to join his group. Yongho turned down the offer right away because he didn't want to join the gang. Looking angry, Seong-tae asked Yongho to think again about what he was going to do. In the school cafeteria, Yongho and his friends then talked about what they should do about Seong-tae and his group. They would be Seong-tae's servants if they joined his group. Yongho went to the boxing gym right after school to work out and get rid of his stress. When Yongho was done training, he went home. On the way, he ran into a group of schoolgirls having a cigarette party. One of them seemed interested in Yongho, but he ignored her and continued on his way home. A man named Chang Ho got into a fight with some high school students who were also playing billiards at the precise time. The high school students then tried to attack him all at once, so Chang Ho had to turn violent and attack them. After a short time, Seong-tae and his group showed up and saw that the high school students fighting with Chang Ho were his boys. Seeing his gang in such bad shape made him attack Chang Ho right away. A new person at school is named Dae-chun. Dae-chun ran into Hak-soo by accident on his first day of school. Dae-chun didn't say sorry to Hak-soo after what happened. He just left, which made Hak-soo angry. He was about to get hit by Hak-soo, but Young-ho stopped him. A girl named Min-jung scammed a man one night. The man's money was taken by Min-jung after she tricked him. The man was angry that Min-jung had lied to him, so he chased her and was about to hit her. At the same time, Young-ho, who was nearby, ran to protect Min-jung from the man. Young-ho told Min-jung to be more careful after he got rid of that man. Young-ho was then thanked by Min-jung for his help. She told her friends the next day that Young-ho had helped her the night before, and that she was going to get to know him better. To carry out her plan, Min-jung then met Young-ho and asked him to go on a date with her and become her lover. After not knowing how to respond to Min-jung's sudden request, Young-ho finally said yes to her request to be her boyfriend. Then they went on a date until the evening, and Chan-mi found out about it by accident. She then made fun of her brother because Young-ho had never been close to a girl. Seong-tae's group asked Jong-ho for money again the next day. At the same time, Dae-chun showed up and told them to stop, but the bully gang didn't listen. When they attacked Dae-chun, he was very quiet, but he was actually very good at fighting. He even beat Seong-tae's boys. Seong-tae scolded his gangmates again for always losing fights, and he was very angry at Dae-chun for making his gang look bad. Seong-tae planned to get back at these people for all of these things. Yang-ho and his friends went to a restaurant to hang out as usual. They had a good time talking and eating. Then Sang-hoon got the idea to make an anti-bullying club to help students who are being picked on because they are weak. Yang-ho agreed with the idea right away. When Seong-tae went to talk to Jong-ho about who helped him and attacked his boys the other day, the person he was looking for, Dae-chun, showed up right then. Seong-tae was shocked to see him. It turns out that Dae-chun is his good friend and used to be in his gang. A gang fight between Seong-tae and Dae-chun and students from another high school was later revealed. During that fight, Dae-chun badly hurt his leg. They were taking a break under the bridge when the police walked up and arrested them. There was Dae-chun, who hurt his leg and couldn't run when the police showed up. Seong-tae and his friends ran away. The police eventually arrested Dae-chun, and he was kicked out of school. That event caused Dae-chun to stop being friends with Seong-tae. Young-ho and Jin-soo practiced boxing together on their way home from school. After some time, Dae-chun came over and said hello to both of them. Finally, Seong-tae's boys found out that Young-ho and Dae-chun were friends, and they were very worried. According to them, Young-ho and Dae-chun will have unbeatable powers if they are together. Seong-tae finally heard that Young-ho and Dae-chun were friends. He then made plans to meet Dae-chun to talk talk to him. Yongho and his friends were having fun at a karaoke bar. Minjung and Daechun came along too, but Daechun chose to leave first. Soon after, Sang-hoon and his friends saw Seong-tae and his group following Daechun. Something bad was going to happen to Daechun, so Sang-hoon and his friends chose to sneak up on the gang and follow them. Seong-tae did attack Daechun, just like he thought he would. After that, Daechun quickly fought back, and he was able to beat Seong-tae. But Daechun couldn't fight them all by himself because so many of Seong-tae's boys attacked him at once. Their attack came from behind, and they surrounded him. Sang-hoon and his friends quickly came to help Daechun, which was a good thing. The battle wasn't fair because Seong-tae had so many boys. Since they didn't have enough people, Daechun, Sang-hoon, and his friends were surrounded and lost the battle. Thank goodness Jin-soo was able to get away, and he went straight to Yongho. Jin-soo told him that Seong-tae's gang was grouping up on Sang-hoon. Yongho ran to help his friends when he heard this. The kicks from Yongho made Seong-tae fall down after he jumped on him. He beat Seong-tae and his group in the end. Other school gangsters are very afraid of Yongho and his friends now that he beat Seong-tae and his group. They are also in charge of everything at their school. They are now living on the roof of the school building that Seong-tae and his gang used to control. At the end of the movie, a man is seen yelling at Seong-tae for losing. It turns out that Seong-tae is not really the leader of the gang because there is still someone stronger than him. Subscribe. For more videos like this, turn on the notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.